so it's never too late. That's what I want people to truly understand. You have an opportunity today to do some things different, some things to move you closer to your dreams. And that empowers people and it gets them to believe that yes, they can.
All right, welcome back. We're still joined by financial expert Chris Hogan. He's written the book, Everyday Millionaires. All right, before the break, we talked to Rhonda, who said, I have money everywhere. A lot of us have no idea what we even have.
Right.
I remember doing the forensics with like a credit union, and this one woman, we said, you were a postal carrier. You do know you have a pension. She's like, I do? You got $65,000 a year. I do? Right? Wow. Didn't even know. But a lot of us, we've worked different places over the years, and there's a 401k there, and there's something else there. Is there a way for us to gather all of our money and put it in kind of one place?
Okay, this is a really, really good scenario because that does happen. People do change jobs and they do move around. What you don't want to do is ever cash out that money. Anytime you touch it before 59 and a half, you're going to have about 30 to 40% in penalties and fees.
Ooh, Uncle Sam's involved.
It is.
Yeah.
You don't want to tap Uncle Sam on the shoulder. Yeah. So there's a difference between rolling it over and cashing it out. We don't want to cash it out, but you can roll it over into what's called an IRA. That allows you to be able to move the money from that place to a place that you're in more control of, where you can still pick the investments and it can follow you. So best thing to do, those statements that they mail you each month, grab all those up and go find that investment professional that I told you about. And for people out there, if they don't know where to turn, I've got a group of people that have agreed to help people the way I talk about. They're called SmartVestor Pros. You can go to my website, chrishogan360.com, click on the Dream Team button, put in your zip code, and you can find the list of pros near you.
All right, got that, Rhonda?
Yes, ma'am.
So you can,
You're very welcome.
Start gathering all that money you got.
Yeah. But remember, don't cash out.
Don't cash out.
Over.
Don't spend it. All right.
Yes.
Deborah had a question. Let's find Deborah. Where are you at? There she is on the other end. All right.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Deborah and Chris, thank you so much. I think she may have stolen a little bit of my thunder.
We heard her. She heard your question earlier. We heard her trying to take your question.
Is it better to, I guess, to roll your money over? I've left some money at another company in a 401k. Should we take it out and just roll it over or leave it there?
If it's performing well,
if it's performing well,
right?
Yeah.
I mean, you can. I would say roll it over. The take it out. Don't ever use that phrase, because that makes people think cash it out, and that makes me nervous. But you can roll it over into an IRA that would allow you to have more control over it. Some people are fine with it where it is and they like it. But I would say look at it, make good decisions, clear decisions, and then stay in touch with it.
Okay. All right.
Thank you.
Next question. My job is part of the government shutdown, and I am very worried about my finances. What can I do? This is a lot about what y'all preach about having that rainy day fund, right?
Well, it is, but this is also real life.
Yeah.
And in that scenario, I want them to take a deep breath. This is hard. You're working, but now you're not getting paid, right, for political reasons. This is rough. And what I want people in that scenario to do is to take a deep breath and let's go into conserve mode. Let's start to look and let's plug all the gaps. Let's eat the food that's in the refrigerator. Don't go out to eat. The worst thing you could do is...
Remember that diet we were all planning, everybody? We're going to start now.
Yeah, or it's the seafood. You just see food instead of eat it, right? But the main thing is you want to stay in control. So conserve mode is very important. Don't act like it's not happening. Typically, people are paid their back pay, but what you have to do is be very aware. Now, if this thing lasts long, on average, they've never lasted past 30 days. If it goes past that, what you have to do is really go into super conserve mode, meaning you may not be able to pay anybody, right? You have to keep the lights on, and
you also have to tell them,
but you have to call them. That's right. Even if you don't have the money, you have time to call them and communicate. I'm part of the government shutdown. I'm not getting paid right now, but as soon as I start getting paid, I will call you.
Look at my history. I've always paid. That's that thing, because it does paralyze you. I talked about sitting in the corner and just I hear the phone ring. And so if you just reach out to them first, they want to get paid. So they're going to be willing to work with you. And they can take some time where they're not going to shut everything off.
Well, and I'm glad you mentioned that, reaching out. I don't want you to isolate yourself in this. This is tough. This is hard. So if you have to, go to a food pantry. Go get some food.
And
reach
a lot
out
of us
to
did that
family
after
and
Harvey.
friends.
After Harvey, people found themselves in that situation.
There is no shame in getting help when you need it. Now, that is real. And so I want people to do that. Have people you can talk to, people that can support you.
Your church, oftentimes.
Absolutely. But just don't isolate and then plug the gaps. Don't go on. Cut off cable. Get rid of the landline phone. Let's start trimming things back. And then what happens is people are able to reassess and go, did I really need those things to begin with? Oftentimes we have to get into tight spots before we can see clearly of where we want to be and what we're going to do moving forward.
That can be the silver lining in a situation
really
like this.
But
All
that's
right.
tough.
When we come back, more answers to your most pressing questions.